Yo, what is up guys? We are back with another Battlefield video. But this time, it ain't all about killing and dying. It's about learning the basic concepts of winning a Battlefield match. A single round may take around 30 minutes to finish, and it would feel really frustrating if you didn't win it. So I created this video to show you the basic strategy to follow to win a game in Battlefield. It's not aimed to be a professional player, but to at least give you a good start and an advantage into the game and start winning matches by playing the objectives. So then, let's talk about the basic gameplay. It's simple really. A team starts on the right and another starts on the left. Both teams will gear up and spawn them tanks and fly their jets and move on to the nearest objectives. When they finish, both teams will race to the middle sectors where hell let loose. Now let's jump into the basic strategy and tactical movement of how can we win this particular match. Alright, so I started a random game and applied this basic concept which eventually led me to a win. I played it on solo and luckily my squad were cooperative and helped me a lot. So to explain this concept, I have split this video into 3 parts. Part 1, early game, which will consist of 2 areas of focus. You either start with a rush mentality or sustain your objectives to allow for a safer attacking approach. Part 2 is mid-game, whereas you conquer and counter the battlefield by isolating and surrounding the enemy objectives and holding the majority of the sectors. Part 3 is endgame. Here, you either continue using the same strategies of rush and conquer to take control of the game and try to win it all, or you defend what you already have and let time be the decider. Now let's jump to part 1 and talk more details. So, starting off with the rush approach, first you need to focus on the distance between the objectives. Notice that if you're rushing from the right, it will take you longer to reach the middle sector than the enemy team, as they are closer to the objectives, meaning that your backup will be late and it will be very likely that you lost the fight early and your enemy will take the objectives faster. So if you are on the right, the best way to rush is by attacking and securing this objective, then regroup with your team, or by going straight to objective Alpha 1, because by the time you get to Alpha 1, the enemy team will already be moving to the middle sectors, and when you take it, some will retreat to take back the objective, and your team will have better numbers attacking the middle sectors, and that's a barrel advantage early game. On the other hand, sustain is basically taking control of these 2 objectives, then pushing slowly towards the enemy objectives until you find the right time to penetrate the enemy lines and taking over the middle sectors without losing any of your objectives. Part 2, conquer and counter, is the main part of the match, as it can be the match decider. Now, using the same match as an example, here as you can see, we're obviously losing and these 2 objectives are already dead because the other team can wipe it all out due to them being isolated. So you may want to risk them to counter the enemy and conquer the battlefield. To do so, start thinking about isolating the enemy's sectors. And yes, you do need to take this objective as it is being nearest to your HQ, but if you did, the enemy can easily push through and take it back. Or you can hold the objective, but they will still have more objectives, so you're still losing. What you gotta do is plan your way through this sector and take control of it. Try your best to get it and hold it as long as you can. Then this objective will be surrounded and your team can attack from anywhere, making it fairly easy to take it back. Then you'll end up in a situation like this, where it is clear that you're pushing to win the match. So in order to conquer the battlefield, keep pushing left and take sector Alpha 1. Then you have done it. Your next push will be slower as you still need to do your best to protect your own objectives. Plus, you got your team attacking from everywhere, so you will eventually find your way through the remaining objectives. But make sure you are not losing any of the objectives yet, and this can be the final result as you reach endgame. In endgame, your main goal is to control and defend your sectors. These 4 are the main ones to focus on while forgetting Alpha 1. Once they take it though, try to do the rush strategy to take it back, then leave it again. You need to have a squad that delays enemy attacks. Don't be like sitting ducks. Just defending can make you lose. You need to show them who's the boss and control the match the way you want it. So then lads, when you play this game, make sure you have a plan ready and everyone knows what are they doing, especially the squad leader. I give you some of the basic strategies for you to work on, and now it is your job to develop them and create your own playstyle. And most importantly, have fun when you're playing this game.